It was beautiful. I wouldn't change a thing.
Hello and welcome to Unmatched Hustle. I'm Tyler Enzo and I'm here with my co-host Dylan Bradley. Today we have two special guests here, Reyna Dressel and Julia Krien. We're here to speak a little bit about their interests in thrifting and healthy eating.
Is there anything that either of you are currently working on that would be really interesting to share with our viewers?
I got a pair of jeans I'm cutting right here.
What's your process for doing that?
I put them on and then I, with like just a washable marker, like draw where I want the cuts to be, and then I literally just cut it and then I fringe it, which takes so long, but like it's kind of satisfying. So
How do you fringe it?
okay, I'll show you. You take the scissors and you just like go like this a few times, and then you have to like take all the really small like strings and pull it out one by one. Yeah, but it's worth it.
How long has it taken you so far?
Like 2 hours, but I have a lot of rips. I want them to be like super super ripped because I don't have a pair of jeans like that, so it's worth it.
And did you thrift these pants too?
Obviously.
Talking to the thrift queens.
Yep, Goodwill's where I live. It's my home.
How would you guys describe your style?
Ooh, that's fun. Reyna, you go first.
You go first for all of these. Okay, vintage, kind of like boho hippie, but not like extreme. The classic mom jeans and like a cropped sweater, like what I'm wearing, literally. Stuff like that, I guess. If it's ugly, there's a chance that I will be buying it immediately and either like cutting it or fringing it. I don't know. Stuff like that. Unique stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So do you make clothes too?
I've lately been like really, really getting into that. Like I've been cutting and like what's it called? Bleaching a lot of my clothes, and I've always like cut my tops. Like this is cut. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's cut. It was like way longer. And also I want to get into like sewing things on my clothes or patching them. Because I just think that's super sick. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, good embroidery.
That's
amazing.
what I'm talking about. Plus, like when you go thrifting, you can't always find something that just like is perfect and amazing. So you kind of have to like add your own little spin or touch to it to make it like what you really want it to be. For like literally $2, so it's worth it.
For sure. And I feel like that's more of a problem with women's clothes versus men's clothes too. That you can't always like find the perfect one. Because men's clothes have a pretty similar silhouette throughout, so it's not like you're messing around with too much. When women's has like so many different
styles. Funky stuff. Yeah, I see funky stuff in the women's section.
True. Plus, like, okay, not to complain or anything because I love shopping at Goodwill, but Reyna, you can probably relate to this. Every single pair of pants or jeans or shorts or a skirt I buy, I always have to tighten it so much at the waistline because it's like so oddly proportional the way they size it. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
It's low-key all like 8-year-old clothes that we're just like buying.
Yeah, so Julia, you describe your style.
Basically, it's a lot of sweaters and a lot of stuff. I don't even know. Basically, sweaters, I would say.
A preppy t-shirt.
I don't know. Yes.
Sometimes I consider myself to be Grandpa Drippin', because I mean, I'll wear the cardigans.
Yes! Oh, I love that.
What does thrifting enable you to do that normal department stores don't allow you to do?
Thrifting allows you to like have your own like unique piece of clothing. Like anytime I go thrifting, I know like no one else will have that, especially if you go home and you cut it or you add like a patch to it, some stuff like that. So that's why I like thrifting. Oh,
Yeah.
also it's cheap as hell, obviously.
Yeah.
I also feel like thrifting kind of builds a certain personality type that you can kind of fit into.
Ooh.
I don't like the idea of spending like $100 on Lululemon leggings. That just like boggles my mind that people do that. But I feel like it's so much more enjoyable to find like a decent amount of clothes that you can make your own for like a really good price rather than just getting one thing that everyone else probably already has up.
Yeah, it's a lot less basic. And like, okay, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, Julia, but like whenever I'm wearing my Goodwill clothes, people will compliment me and be like, "Oh my God, that's so cute! Like, where'd you get it?" I'm like, "Goodwill for $2." Like, it's amazing.
Oh,
I always say the price after the clothes because
Literally
it's such
same.
a
Like, I did not
statement.
buy you. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good feeling.
I know what you mean.
I don't know. I'm kind of sneaky about my Goodwill. I can't even lie. There's I don't know if there's enough clothes to go around in this small city. So sometimes kids will ask, wait, where do you get your clothes from? And if I don't want them dressing the same way I do, I'll go like, oh, I just get them from all over. Sometimes online, and then I'll hint at Goodwill for a little bit. But I'm a little bit more sneaky about my Goodwill
Yeah,
thrifts.
yeah.
That's actually kind of smart though. I feel like once you say like, oh, I bought this at Goodwill or I got this at like St. Vincent de Paul or something like that, people are always like, well, I should go there. And it does
Yeah.
kind of make me feel like you're gonna copy.
I don't know. Sometimes I can't find entire outfits at Goodwill because I've got some weird sizes. But
True.
yeah, normally I can mix and match pieces.
Mhm.
What's your idea of like a perfect thrift though?
Okay, this is what I do. And I do this every single time I go to Goodwill, even though I probably have way too many mom jeans and I don't need any more. But I always go to like size 10 or like 12-ish in the women's section for jeans. And then you pick out like a pair of skinny jeans, but then it fits like perfect mom jeans because it's still like tighter at the top. Same with like ankles, but it has like the kind of like spacious type vibe that you get from mom jeans. And they're always super cheap because not a lot of people go in that section, and it's really nice. That is one of the perfect things that happens when I go thrifting.
I always find my best sweaters in the men's section.
Yes.
Ooh, snatch them from the section.
When did you two start making a change to eat healthier?
Oh my God, wait. We were at a Panera and we were like, let's make a food account.
No, okay. So we were at Panera and I was like, we should make an account. It originally started with like thrifted clothes because I remember we took a picture of those pants I was wearing.
Oh yeah, those were sick.
Yeah, they were like super crazy, and we took those pictures, and then we were like, we should make this like a food account. And then there was this one girl, her name is Amy, and we don't really know her, but she was sitting across from us, and she was like, that's really cool, I'll follow it. And we were like, wow, we should do this all the time now.
But the food, I've seen a couple of them, and I'm just like, dang, I need a chef like Macron.
Dang.
Yeah, kind of gourmet. Gourmet
food. I think that, I don't even remember. We used to post, like, I used to think that we need to post every single day. So every single day in the summer, I would, like, try to make this really fancy presentation or something. And we used to be like, let's only have circle pictures in there. It was very strategic.
But now we literally just, like, post what we want. Like, it's so not about, I feel like, followers or, like, if it looks good. Which I like more, personally.
That's the way it is.
Plus, having the account overall, I don't know about you, Reyna, but especially this summer when we were super active, it, like, made me want to eat healthy more. Because I was like, oh, I could make a salad for lunch and then post a picture of that or something. So, I feel like it's helped us a lot to kind of, like, build that healthy lifestyle.
definitely.
Yeah. So, are you guys vegetarian or just try to make a conscious effort to?
Reyna is vegetarian, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been vegetarian for nearly 3 years, and
Holy cow.
yeah, and I've also not completely cut out dairy, but I've tried to limit how much I eat and just
Gotcha.
consume. Yeah.
Dang. So really striving over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reyna is actually thriving. I still can't believe that you've gone 3 whole years. That's very good. I don't know how you did that.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like because my cousin and I watched a documentary about it, and like right away we knew just didn't really want to be a part of what was going on in the whole meat industry. And so like for the first week it was honestly like, oh, I'm like craving like a steak right now. But like literally ever since then I'm completely fine. Like I will take my lettuce and carrots any day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what everyone that start, they say like the start's always the hardest.
Do you draw inspiration from any like more fad diets like keto or other ones like that?
Okay. One time I was in Arizona with my parents and I went to this keto restaurant and it was so good. Like the food tasted amazing and it was like all very simple. They don't have a lot of carbs in any of their foods and it still tasted really good. And then I kind of like looked into the keto diet because I was like, well, if I could have that kind of stuff every day, that'd be really nice. But it's so limiting, and I feel like when you limit yourself on like a type of fad diet, the results are really temporary and nothing is like a long-lasting result, which is why I like the idea of like a lifestyle more than a diet.
Yeah, same. I
That's a
know
great-
like I tried with my friend doing like 5 days of like you literally only eat raw fruits and vegetables. And I remember just like absolutely hating it so much. And like what I found is like honestly, just make sure you're eating healthy, but also like don't forget to give yourself like soul food. Like
Mhm.
eat your bread, like have a piece of cake once in a while. Like if you like are just so focused on like you can only eat like this and this and this, it's like I don't know, I think it becomes detriment. I don't know the word. It becomes like less beneficial than beneficial.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, like, I think about like the social aspect of it. Like if I were to be at a get together with my friends and they were all having, I don't know, what is something that I would cut out? Like grilled cheese or something. I have no idea. I
Mhm.
feel like when you start to limit yourself from doing things that are like social aspects of food, it like
Oh,
makes you realize that you're less happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's important just to fuel your
Yeah.
body with like the right nutrients, but then also be like, hey, I'm gonna have some chocolate tonight, and then feed your soul.
Everything in moderation. That's what my mom always says. So like
yeah.
if you are really craving, I don't even know what something would be, like chips, don't like eat 1 million of them, but also don't tell yourself that you can't because then you're more likely to eat a crap ton because you've
Yeah.
like fasted from something so long, you know?
Yeah. No, I understand that completely. So the food is. So would you say eating this food has like overall impacted your mood?
Yes.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like eating healthier, especially when you're not like overdoing it, like eating healthy but still eating good amounts of it, overall just leads to like a very healthy perspective. And when you look at it in a sense of just like, oh, I want my body to be healthy instead of saying like I want my body to look like this,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's a lot better. And honestly, like I don't second guess myself when I'm like, oh, maybe I should go like get seconds on a plate of salad. Like it's less limiting in my opinion, and it has very much benefited us, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like this summer when we started it, it was a very happy outlet, and just thing to do.
Plus all of our friends. I remember I had a smoothie party once with a bunch of people.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, we had this smoothie party because everyone was like, "Oh my God, your smoothies look so good. Like all your food looks amazing. Like we want to be a part of that." And it was super fun. And we all just like sat outside on my porch and everyone made smoothies. We set up a smoothie bar and they put everything they wanted to in theirs and it was really fun.
That's awesome.
That's actually so much fun. A little FoodGroove get together.
Yeah.
Would you say that you are a visionary or a realist?
Oh, whenever I don't know, I just dream very big and I'm very ambiguous. I don't know if that's the right word. And I always say where there's a will, there's a way. So I think I'm more of a vision, whatever the fuck you said.
That's good though. I think that's a good quality. I think I'm in between. Cause like, I don't know, it really just depends on the situation, I feel like. Cause I can see things both ways. And I think I'm like a very hopeful person.
That's
And
good.
I do have bigger dreams. But sometimes I'm like, well, that's not realistic. Which is such a horrible thing to do. But it really depends on the situation. And I feel like it also has to do with how you are raised and stuff like that.
It was super great to catch up with you guys again. Bye.